What is going on, fellow farmers? Welcome back to the episode of FS25 with your boy cjfarms. The last time we were on this farm, ladies and gentlemen, we were yet again widening the field. As you guys can see, we did just that, and then we prepped and we planted our soybean, and now it is ready to harvest. So I'm really anxious to see how much money we are going to make on this particular piece of land here now that we've widened the field. So let's go ahead and let's hop into our harvester. We got our tractor and trailer here ready to go. It's probably going to be kind of a short episode, guys, because I am recording this at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I have to make sure that I'm off of here in time to edit the video, post it, and get my kids up for school. So straw swath is not enabled. All right, let's go ahead and get this unfolded. We're going to start harvesting this. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoying the content here on the channel, man. I'm still not fully awake yet. I got up before 4:30, so I'm still not like fully awake. So just forgive me if I don't talk much. Just want to make sure. Alright. And we're good to go. Let's get it going here. We're going to get this harvested. Money. And I appreciate you guys tuning into all the episodes over here. We are eventually going to keep widening. I'm going to keep making this field bigger. Or what we might do is the next time we cut down a big bunch of trees, we might actually just put like a totally separate field. So we might cut the trees out this way, but I'm really considering working on that side over there where those trees are, because we need like I don't want to keep cutting in the same spot. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to keep, you know, just cutting trees down in the same area. And as you guys can see over there, it kind of goes uphill. So we're going to start cutting over here where it's a little flatter. Now let's get that sprayed out on there. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure that when you watch these videos, you are always hitting the like button for me. Because the more likes the video gets, the more the YouTube algorithm puts it out there for more people to see, and that means more people can come to the channel and hang out with us, and that is always a good thing. So I'm kind of winded, guys. Forgive me if I'm a little winded, but I was I got up before 4:30 and I was running around a little bit trying to hurry to take my dogs outside, get them fed, and then fix my youngest daughter's snack bag for school. And then, you know, I was trying to get here in time to record and make a video this morning before I have to go to dialysis, because it is Monday and I do have dialysis on Mondays. Speaking of that, I think I told you guys, I'm pretty sure, matter of fact I know I did, they have now went from using the access in my chest dialysis to using the access in my arm. And the way they do it when they first start using the access in your arm is they will start with one needle in your arm and one, you know, tube on your chest access. And they also start with a smaller needle, right? So, and then, you know, over the next few days that you come in, they will go from one needle to two needles in your arm, and they will increase the needle size. So the lower the number in the needle, the bigger the needle is. So they went from like a size, I think it was like they went from like a size 17 gauge needle, and now they're down to use they're actually up to using a 15 gauge needle. So I can definitely tell the difference in the prick of the needle from the very first time they did it up till the most recent time they did it. There's a little bit more. I mean, it's not really a lot of pain. It's just more like a bee sting, really, when they hit you with that needle. It's more like a bee sting. So, but the thing is now is that the next big step for me in dialysis is getting this chest access out. And now after that happens, instead of having to take baths all the time, I can actually get under the shower, and it's going to be amazing when I'm able to do that, because, you know, you guys know for the last almost 2 years I've been taking showers, and I'm sorry, I've been taking baths, and that's fine. You know, I don't mind sitting in a bathtub and washing all that. I don't mind doing that at all. But, you know, after so long of a time of not taking a shower, you get to missing that. You know what I mean? You get to missing it. and I'm really starting to miss the shower. So I'm really anxious about getting under the shower and, you know, be able to let the water just like hit my head and run down my body, and then shampoo my hair and by myself, because, you know, for the last almost 2 years I have not been able to you know, shampoo my own hair. My wife's had to do it for me. So what I would do is, I'll get in the bath, and then my wife, once I get out of the bath, I'll go in the kitchen. My wife will lean my head down in the sink, turn the warm water on, and then she will wash my hair for me. So that's how we've been doing it for the last almost 2 years. But that's just as part of it, man. It's just something you got to roll with, and you know, the worst part of the dialysis for me, I guess, now is not really the prick of the needle. It's not really that part that's bad for me. It's when they take the needles out, because they're going into arteries, and they put the needles in the two different arms, and two different spots in the one arm, which is my left arm. And then both go in the bicep, but one goes further up top and one goes down towards the bottom. Now the one on the top, when you pull that one out, you know, you got to hold it for, after they pull the needle out, you got to hold each wound for 10 minutes to get the bleeding to stop, because they are going into arteries. But the bottom one is the one that you have to kind of hold a little tighter, because that's an artillery vein. And for those that don't know what an artillery vein is, that's the vein, that's the artery that when you get jabbed in it or anything like that, the blood doesn't just kind of pour out, it squirts out, you know what I mean? That artillery vein runs directly from your heart. So that's the only part that really kind of makes me nervous, I guess, is just that alone. But I know there's professionals there, there's nurses there, professionals, and I know they're not going to let anything happen to me. So yeah, it's been great so far, and the main thing that, like I said, I'm excited about is just you know, being able to get into the shower. And when summertime comes around and my kids are like, "Hey Dad, you want to go swim with us?" then I could actually say yes. I can actually say yes, and I can actually get in the swimming pool with my kids. So that's going to be exciting, because the last time that I took my kids swimming last year, which was in Kentucky, we went up there for a little vacation. My kids were asking me if I could get in the pool with them, and it broke my heart because I had to say no, I couldn't get in. They kept begging me, and I was like, look, I just can't get in the pool because of this. You know, at the time I had the chest access. So, but I'm not sure. I know my dialysis nurse told me the other day that they're going to set up an appointment with my doctor to get my chest access removed. I just don't know when it's going to be yet, but they'll let me know. And the way they'll remove it is, she said they'll numb me around the area, and then they'll clip the stitch underneath, and they'll just pull it out. So I don't want to look at it when they do it. I'm going to turn my head the other way, because it's a line that goes all the way down to your heart, and I just don't want to see that thing come out. I would rather not look at it. But anyway, aside from that, guys, we are going to, after we're done with probably harvesting this field, what we'll start doing next is we'll go over there and we'll start cutting down trees on that side where all the equipment is. We got 82% grain tank full. We've never had that on this field, guys. That's a good thing. That means there's a lot more crop, and we had like a 200 and something plus yield bonus on this field, guys. So we're getting a lot of yield out of this field right here. We're getting a lot out of it, man. So it turned out to be good. But I've never seen a field with the bonus is down now, but before I started harvesting, it was like a 210% yield bonus, I think, and that's the first time I've ever seen that in Farm Sim. So you know, managing this field and liming it when we're supposed to, and keeping it mulched and all that, it really does a lot of good, because if you don't do that on a regular basis, then your yield starts to drop down. You know, to go down to like, you know, 80% and then 70%, and then when that happens, you're not getting as much out of your crop. So that's what the yield is. For those that don't know, it's just the amount of crop you get out of your growth. So, and when I seen the 200+% yield bonus yesterday after I prepped the field, I was pretty amazed with that, because I don't think I've ever seen it on Farm Sim. I've seen it go to 100% yield bonus, but nothing further than that. So I was pretty I was pretty impressed, and needless to say, really happy with a 200% yield bonus on the field. But it just takes work, man. It just takes work. You just got to prep these fields and do it the same way every time. And you go in and then you mulch and you cultivate, and then if it's needed every third harvest, you lime, you plow, all that good stuff. Fertilize. You got to do that stuff every time to maximize your yield. I have a video on how to maximize your yield on FarmSim if you guys want to check that out. I'll try to remember to link in the video here in the top right corner. But there is a video on how to maximize your yield, so I'll try to remember to put that out there for you guys. So we don't have much left, but we're going to fill up here, yep, and we are full. Let's let that spray out. We're going to pipe out. And we're going to take this. Actually, we're going to park this here. And we're going to go over and we're going to grab the tractor. I think it'd be quicker to bring the tractor over here. Look how pretty and bright those lights are, man. Look at that. It's so pretty and bright. All right, let's take that. I figured I only needed one trailer for this, which is probably all we'll need. So we're going to pull this up under the pipe. Let's see. Let's get it up under here like this. Turn that off, and let's start putting it in there. Now, it is going to take a little while to drain because you guys know this is an extra capacity mod for this harvester, so it holds more crop than the average, base game harvester. So I'm going to let this drain out, guys, and once it drains, we'll take it over to sell it, and I'll bring you guys back into the video. All right, so I went ahead and just harvested the rest of the field and got it done, and we've got 51% crop in the trailer here. So we're going to take it over here to the sell point, and we're going to see what the damage is for the crop. So it's definitely going to pay a lot more than what it has before, and the wider we go with the field, the more we'll get paid. So let's take this over here, guys, and let's see how much money we made. We're now up to $590,596, and we did buy a new tractor in the last episode, so we had actually $900K before that, and that knocked us down a little bit. So, but then we sold our wood chips, and now we're about to sell this. So let's see how much money we make on soybean. All right, so peaked out in June at 5,000 per liter. Let's see how much we make. Oh, guys, we went over $1 million. Look at that, $564,000 on soybean alone. Went over $1 million. We finally hit the $1 million mark on here. I think that's the first time we have. And if you guys will go back, you'll see how far we've actually come on this farm. For those who are just tuning in, or for those who haven't seen the other episodes, I always leave the playlist for this map at the end of the episode. It'll be linked on the screen itself, and you'll see it. There's this Ponderosa. That is the playlist for this. And if you guys will go back and watch all the episodes, you'll see how far we've come and what little we started with. I think we started with $1 million and just 2 pieces of equipment, I believe. And we bought the wood chipper, and we bought a different tractor, which I think was the Kubota. So we've come a long way on this farm, guys, as far as like making our own field, because there was no field here. There was no field here at all. It was all trees, and we had to come in and cut all them trees down and build our own field. And I'm really proud of how far the farm has come so far, and I'm just so excited about seeing where the farm's going to take us from here. So, being the fact we're about to set up and start cutting those trees over, I'm actually going to park the tractor right here. I was going to park it over on the other side in this direction, but we need to go ahead and prep our field again and get it ready for the next growth state. But I think that's going to do it, guys, and we will probably lime this time, because I think this is third harvest since lime. The last time we limed, or maybe second harvest, but I'm going to go ahead and lime it, and maybe plow it too. We might go ahead and plow it just to make sure we get a good yield bonus, even though we're getting a 200+% yield bonus on this on our harvest. I want to make sure I want to see how high the yield bonus could actually go. And when you prep your fields, man, when you keep your fields prepped and you do the necessary steps like plowing, mulching, cultivating, liming, fertilizing, planting, all that good stuff, you can get a good yield bonus. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of FS25. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Click that bell and click all so you never miss any future content or live streams. Guys and girls, I'm so sorry if I still sound congested. I am still trying to fight off this sickness and this cold. But that's going to do it, guys and girls. Until next time, this is CJ Farms. And one crop at a time, we are helping America grow. I will see you all in the next video.